Hey guys, Ambush Bunny here from Ambush Bunny Survival. Before I get started on today's video, be sure to hit that subscribe button to start following me for any of my upcoming videos. I just recently did a 5-part series on how to do smoked bacon and also how to vacuum seal it to keep your meat fresh in the freezer for longer. Now we're going to start doing the garden. So right now what I'm looking at is my one plot. I've got another one here off to my left. This is where we plant things. This one is usually where we plant our peas, and the one off to the side is where we do our tomatoes, squash, and other items. And we'll kind of do off to the side here on the left, we'll do some greens and do more greens on the other one. And you'll see over here, this big guy right here, that's our wild plum. We've got some smaller trees here. That's a pear. There are 4 raspberries, 5 thornless blackberries, 1 Excelsior plum, 2 blueberries, another plum tree, and then off to the back there are 2 smaller ones that got these reddish purple leaves. Those are wild peaches, also known as Indian peaches. The fruit has red meat. And then these other fuzzy ones, bigger ones in the back, are my mayhaws. And so with these guys, this is all going to be jams, jellies, and preserves when they start making. This big guy here, I was picking last year anywhere in the end of the season, anywhere from 8 to 10 gallons of berries a day, which is a lot. It makes really great jelly too. I'm going to try doing, maybe see if I can find someone who'll want to do wine with them this year. But here we've got our land. And before we start tilling this and we start throwing the seeds out in it, we like to pre-start, and we'll start our seeds off in cups first. And that way they're closer to the house. It's easier for us to go check on the seeds and get them started, because you're not guaranteed that every seed is going to sprout. You may have a failure. And so instead of plucking these down in the rows and then you've got one that didn't grow and you got a gap, it maximizes your amount of land you use. So let me get back over to the house and we're going to go start setting up the cups. All right, so today when I'm going to get started in the cups first, we're going to be doing some cantaloupes. These are all going to go in the side garden. So we got cantaloupes, white squash, 1 orange meat watermelon, 2 of the Jubilee red watermelons, and I bought some bottleneck gourds. I'm going to do some birdhouses with these later, other arts and crafts items. So after they grow and they get large on the side, you break them off. You throw them in a bag, hang the bag up, and they dry. Once they're dried, the shell is hard on the outside, and you can actually carve into them. They're really, really cool. I have here some trays with cups in them. These we usually get, we've been keeping these when we were first starting out with buying pre-potted plants and planting them in the garden ourselves, including keeping the racks. But if you don't want to do that, you can probably go to a local plant nursery and see if they have them, or some of the places like Lowe's or Home Depot may have some that you can purchase or that they're just tossing out. You have to go check with them. I'm going to be using Miracle-Gro potting mix. I just opened up my bags, got some nice soil. Couldn't find my little digging spade, so I'm going to make do with just a bottle so I can scoop stuff out, throw it in. Try to keep it from getting under my nails today. That's why they're always short. I can't keep nails because I always get dirt under them. And then afterwards, I'm going to sprinkle on top to make sure they're fertilized. So I've got a shake and feed from Miracle-Gro. It's got natural ingredients inside of it for the natural microbes in the soil to continue feeding and helping the plants grow. So I'm going to start filling up some of these cups. All right, I got some of the cups filled up. Not all of them. I'll do the rest of them here in a moment. But I want to at least get some started to show you. So I've kind of gently pushed down a little bit of the soil. Don't pack it, because you want the roots to be able, once the seeds start to germinate, the things spread out inside here. And then I take, trusty finger in. Yeah, I can't keep my nails clean for the life of me. That's why I don't have long nails. And just go down to there. So just make a little hole. So I pack it a little bit so that it will actually sink in a little bit instead of just crumble around away from my finger. Let's do it. All right, one moment. So I've got my cantaloupe seeds here, and I'm going to take and put one seed in each cup. Oops, I got two. Oh well. And so when I'm done, I'll cover them up. Don't pack it too hard. And then here's my feed here. Just a little sprinkle for a little bit on top. At this point, I would say lightly water it. But thank you, Louisiana weather. It looks like we're going to have some of that naturally, so I'm not going to worry about watering these yet. We're supposed to get some rain today. That's why I want to hurry up and get these in their cups before it rains, so that way they can be moistened, and then these guys can germinate. And I'll be checking on them regularly, every day to every other day, checking for any growth. Once they start growing, we'll make sure to maintain them, keeping the bugs off them. And when they get large enough, we're going to till up the land and we're going to move them. With germinating seeds, you can not only just buy them from it prepackaged, but you can also take them and get them out of actual vegetables that you buy. And I've done this one time and have had success with it, and it was with an apple. So this is the one time I've tried and it worked out. I tried 8 seeds from one apple. They were starting to sprout inside the apple, so I took them, put them inside a piece of moistened paper towel, stuck them in a Ziploc bag, and then later that evening I planted them, and all of them, I've got one that is taken off. This is actually where we put some of our plants that we're getting ready to eventually put out in the ground. I want this one to get a little bit bigger before I go and pre-plant it. But it's doing really, really well. It's coming up on a year old now, which I'm excited and actually happy to see my little buddy here. It's thriving. We've also got a little cypress tree here, blue steel cypress tree, that I'm going to be planting somewhere. And then we've got other little canna lilies that we've had. I've been trying to take care of them. They almost didn't make it through the freeze we had in Louisiana, which is weird to say that we had snow here. Doesn't happen. We've got some pre-bought plants, some sweet banana peppers, and some zucchini. I want to try one of each. I'm going to be making a raised bed in the back, and I'll do a video on when we set those up and I'll show you what we do to get that ready. But for now, that's it for right now. I'm going to go finish off all these plants. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comment section, and be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. I'll be eventually in the future doing salt tanning hides. We're going to be preparing the stands for hunting season. I'll be setting up snares and traps. There will also be times when our fruit trees start bearing. I'm going to be doing recipes for doing homemade jellies and jams. Thanks, guys, and hope you have a good day.